Howdy ho, friends. Welcome to another episode of Trekking Tuesday. I know it's been a minute plus, but I'll get into that a little bit later on. First, the weather conditions. Right now it is 82, high of 89, low humidity in the 40s, a slight wind coming out of the west, no rain in the forecast. Speaking of that, it's rained for, 3-4 days straight, and the mosquitoes are out and freaking angry. I'm not even kidding, man. I just crop dusted myself in deep dry, and they're trying to break through the barricade. So I'm going to have to start a fire. I'm thinking right there is going to be the place to put it. We don't need one because of what I'm going to be doing later on, but we need to keep the mosquitoes away. I'm at a location I haven't used in a while, and man, it has freaking changed. And of course, we are down by the good old Missouri River, in which we really can't safely take a look at the moment. I'll have to side us a pass out there here in a little bit. What else was going on? I'll talk about the future of my channel, which don't have no fear, in case you don't watch the video all the way through. It's not going anywhere. I'm just slowing down a little bit. I mean, work is just kicking my butt. I've almost booked every Saturday, or Friday and Saturday, throughout the year. I mean, this year is almost totally booked up, and I'm picking up stuff during the week now. That's why I've been so busy. Minus the car malfunctions. But anyway, some of you that follow me on Facebook know what I'm talking about. I've got a whole bunch of new gear I want to share with you, and no, it's not, none of it's been sponsored or sent to me, and I'll explain where it came from when I get it out. Oh Lord, another one. Okay, we need to get a fire of some kind started. I'm just getting tore up right now. We have fire, and more importantly, we have smoke. And once we get a good bed of coals going, we're going to go over here and grab some of this wet wood, and try not to use anything that's had a vine on it, because you never know, even dead poison ivy can really screw with your lungs. We're going to throw it on there and keep a little smoke going. Next, where are we going to put my hammock? Normally I'd put my hammock from there to there, and I've had it go from there to there before, but I don't remember if I have enough cordage to do that. I might, but the main problem here is this big log. As you do recall, a while back we've had a huge flood up here, and it kind of destroyed my entire camping area. Actually, in some of my videos a couple years back, I built this whole section up to set the lavoo up, and I even worked out on the drainage, but as you can see, that's kind of been tore up. In fact, Camp Lazy Log is right there. We'll try to go visit it here in a little bit. I think first I'm going to try to figure out what the heck to do with this log. Maybe try to cut it down there with the machete and then turn it sideways. It would make a really excellent sitting log, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to give that a whirl. We cut that log out of the way. Oh, quick tip. If you're going to move a log, remember spiders, snakes, ants, termites live in them suckers. So you want to be careful when you flip it over. There's nothing like pissing off a colony of ants. Yeah, I know. I speak with experience. So we're going to take all the wet pieces or the dry rot from that log, and we're just going to throw them on the fire every once in a while to create some smoke, which is pretty much going that way at a high rate of speed and not helping much. But honestly, I haven't been bit by a mosquito since I started it. Next, we're going to take my pack. I'm going to drop it right there. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think my hammock will go from this tree to this tree. I think, I'm not sure. Because normally I would put it from that tree to that tree. But due to what I want to experiment with, that's not going to give us much room. I don't know what's going on with that fire, but that thing took off like a freaking rocket. It's burning my back. We got our hammock straps. Now, we're going to get into all the new gear I've got that I'm going to try out today. Let me explain this a little bit. There's a store in a town over from me called Retail Rebel. Just ask Carl about it. He'll tell you. I'm there all the freaking time. It's basically legal dumpster diving. Let me explain. They take all the Amazon returns because Amazon can't sell them again. They put them all in these big bins, and you can go down there and get product for certain days. You got to look this place up online. It's pretty freaking cool. On certain days for a certain price. So it starts out $10, then goes all the way down to 50 cents by the time that week span is. And then after a week, they add more product. It's pretty freaking cool, but there's probably about 150 bins and there's a couple hundred people down there, and you have to dig through them to find what you're looking for. So we got a new hammock tarp. Now heads up, none of this stuff that has been sent to me. I'm not recommending any of these products whatsoever. I just want to share them with you. So we got a hammock tarp, which I have no clue how big it is. A titanium pot, and this actually came with a cute little cup. And believe it or not, the freaking cover it fit in was heavier than the pot and cup set. We'll get into this little guy a little bit later. We have a ton of these tent stakes. When I seen them in the bottom of the bin, I just started picking them all up, and I probably bought 100 of them for $1. I don't know if they're any good, but I can tell you they're very lightweight and tapered, so I don't know how well they're going to do in the sand compared to my other stakes. What else we got in here? Oh, monster fuel cell. And the stove we'll feature a little bit later on. So the gear that I've got with me right here, yeah, stakes. There's something else in there, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember where the hell it went. Oh, it's the, okay, we'll get it out later on. But all this right here, the tarp, stove, this titanium pot set, the stakes, everything you're looking at, $6 right there. And this retails for 30, and I know the stove is like 25, 30 bucks. This thing was almost 40. The stakes, I don't know, I haven't found them yet. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and set the hammock up first, and then we'll get out the tarp and see what we got. Well, friends, it actually fit in between the two freaking trees. I wasn't sure, but we had enough in my straps to make it work. Now, it's a little higher than I would normally set it up, but we'll adjust that down later. I got my ridge line set up, nice and somewhat taut. And now it's time to break out this tarp. I've only had it out once. I don't know much about it. I don't even know if it's going to freaking fit like I want to. It is heavier than my other one, I can tell you that much, so it might be bigger. I don't know. Let's see what we got in here. Yeah, we got tarp. It did come with 8 tent stakes, but I got rid of them. There's some cordage here to tie it out. It's a forest green. It's another mosquito. We need to build the fire back up. Okay, let me get this spread out on the ridge line and see what we got to work with. It's not bad. I don't 100% like it, but for the price, we can make it work. Well, we can make anything work. I'd like to see at least another foot added to the tarp to cover more of the straps up. I think in a heavy downpour, This could be a problem. I don't know. Yeah, see that? Yeah, we could put drip rings there and there. That might solve the problem. I don't know until I get in a downpour. The tie outs are not bad. They're nicely stitched in there. I would like to see more of them, that's for sure. Look at the stitching. Not too bad. We'll see how that holds up. Good fabric. It's definitely waterproof. It feels like a rain fly for a tent. Kind of disappointed in this right here. It's reinforced, as you can see, but no freaking tie out. I think this is something we can fix though. I think we can pop a grommet through there. Yeah, you definitely need to put a grommet in there to get more tension on it. Because in a strong wind or heavy storm, this, believe it or not, adds a lot more stability, and you can set it up in different configurations. This, man, it's got that new tarp smell. Let me get it. Probably not going to need any tent stakes. Let me get this little guy tied out, and we'll go from there. Then we'll take a more in-depth look at the tarp. I got her set up and tweaked out. I think it would work in a heavy rainstorm. I'm not sure. I did what I usually do with my old tarp, is I went from this corner to that tree, and then this corner up to this tree, and I used the springiness of the tree to keep it taut, but I don't get these very tight, because if you do, you'll rip these corners out. Earlier I was noticing, was it this one? It's probably this one over here. Let's go take a quick look-see. I do like the color. It blends in with the surroundings. Awesome, man. It really does. Yeah, this right here was kind of stretching out a little bit, so I took the tension off of it. Let me show you what I talk about. This ain't gonna be a big deal in the storm. You drop that all the way down to the ground so the water would run off of it. But the problem was here in the center section, where it didn't have a tie out, is it was sagging. This is staying taut, but sagging in the center, and that's where all your water is going to pull up. So what I did is I took some 550, a knot I had in it, and just looped around it, and then boom, boom, went off to that tree. And that seems to help it. I still might put a grommet in there, or just keep the 550 on. So if it was going to rain, what I do is just drop this side down. Then I simply drop that side down a little bit and keep this up, and the rain would just shoot off. This pulled over this way a little bit more when I stretched it out. Still need some drip lines. But for my first impressions, for something I got for so cheap, you can't go wrong. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's going to work great. Just some tweaking. Okay. Next, we're actually going to sit in a hammock for the first time. Whoops. I did not adjust this yet. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, this will work. This keeps it tight and keeps it from burritoing on me. This is perfect. You know what? We are approaching the heat of the day. I'm feeling parched. I need to go grab a beverage from over there. I think I'm gonna take a siesta. And then when we get up, when it starts to cool off, we'll cook some dinner. I do believe I got a good 2-hour nap in. Man, that was some good sleeping. And the wind coming off the river felt amazing. Never overheated. I did have one mosquito bite through the freaking hammock and get me square in the middle of my back. I need to design a with a Kevlar hammock so that won't happen. Anyway, we need to get that fire built back up. But first, we got to do the dismount, and I did get the hammock way too freaking high, so this ought to be interesting. Oh, there we go. We did it. Yeah, we definitely need to put more wood on that fire. Another thing I want to show you is I got a, I guess you would call it a power cube. I just used it to charge the phone up. Here we go. It's freaking out. Wow, that's weird. But it's at 88%. I think it's 10,000 milliamp, and I can get 2 charges from my cell phone, maybe 3, charge up my flashlight, and get several days out of the Magellan GPS with this little guy. All right, get that stowed away. Ooh, Jesus Lord, another mosquito. I'm gonna build the fire up real quick, and I'll be right back. Normally, we would cook this meal over the open fire I have next to me that is very freaking hot. But I want to show this little stove I picked up at the, what I call the Amazon store, Work Retail Rebel. And I used it exclusively down in Arkansas when I met up with Bud and Shane. It worked freaking awesome. And I'm not sure what, well, I probably know why they returned it, because this is definitely not an ultralight backpacking stove at all. See that? Look at that, mosquito just landed right on me. No fear. I'm going to have to break out some of that deep dry off in a minute. I'll squirt myself again. Then, of course, we're using the Wally World fuel canister. One thing I did know, oh my God, that fire is burning my arm. One thing I did notice, it does go through a lot of freaking fuel. So you got to keep that in mind. What are we having? Is the question of the day. Well, we're going to be eating mosquitoes if they don't knock it off in a minute. We're going to do some rice sides here. This is the Spanish rice. And I've got somewhere, look at that. We must be getting ready to switch from the day to night mosquitoes. I think that's what's going on. We got some spicy summer sausage I picked up at Wally World the other day. We're going to cut that up. And I'm going to prepare this meal a little different than I normally would. Let's see. I'm actually going to, I need to clean my hands off. Freaking dirty as all heck. Where's my wet ones? I'm going to cut the sausage up, then boil it for a little bit to warm it up, and then the grease from the sausage will mix with the water, and then we're going to drop in our rice after I clean up here a little bit and shoot myself more deep. I've never had the spicy sausage before, so this might be rather interesting. And not to dull my blade, I'm going to try to roll it when I get to the bottom, but apparently that's not working because this thing is just freaking sharp. And it's slicing through there like nobody's business. Oh, there we go. Watch the thumb. Quarter that out. Let's taste it. Okay, that's not. Ooh, it's pretty spicy. Not bad though. I don't know what they put in there to make it spicy. I don't see anything. Woo! They're good though. Okay. Let's throw some water in here. And you know that's going to be way too much water. We'll have to boil that off. Wow. And drop our sausage in. We're going to eat this piece. And I wonder how warm. It's cool. This has got these handles on the side, but it's also got the bail on the top. And I'm curious how warm these handles are going to get. Let's figure out what I did with the lighter here. Oh, here's one. Fire this guy up. Holy crap. Let's try that. That should work. All right, let's see what happens. Woo, that's not gonna happen. I do believe we've reached a roaring bubble. Actually, a little bit too much of a roaring bubble. We need to let that cool. Where can I put this that it won't? Let's try that. We need to put our rice in. You can see where the grease has floated up to the top there. And that's going to mix it perfectly with the rice side. Let's drop that in there. Okay, we're gonna need a glove, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna relight my stove. Maybe we can do it this way. Let's try. Now, this is where we find out how the stove control works. We're gonna put it on low. Yeah, that works. And we need to let that simmer and let the rice start to expand instead of bringing it up to a roaring bubble, because that's just going to ruin everything. Wow, that's not taking long at all. We have a lot of water to melt down too, or burn off basically. Woo! We're going to leave the top off. I've managed to simmer all the water off, or excess water. Surprisingly, this handle does not get hot. I thought for sure it would. What we're going to do now is we're going to shut this little guy down, put the lid on it, and we're going to let it cool off before I even decide to take a bite. While that's happening, probably put some more wood on the fire. I already dropped the hammock real quick. I'm going to drop the tarp. But before I do, and hopefully I don't trip and fall, I want to show you, I did use one of these little stakes here. I'm going to tell you, it'll work in a pinch. I think these are best suited for rocky and rough soil. Not so much for the sand. I'm going to keep using my old stakes, even though these are probably a little bit lighter. In fact, I'm gifting 20 of these to Jeremy to use with his tarp. Righty. What time is it? Could barely see the sun. I'm thinking almost 6. All right, we're good. Let that cool down. Let's get the tarp dropped, and then we'll eat. Now it's time for the taste test as the mosquitoes surround us. Let's see if we can eat this without setting my mouth on fire. First, we're going to try the rice. Damn, it's been about 10 minutes. Oh, Lord. Hang on. Okay. I should have had that. Look at him. Look at him swarming. This is ridiculous. Guess we'll have to build the fire up again. All right, now we're going to try the spicy summer sausage. Ooh. Yeah, that's really good. Definitely got a twang to it. Kind of making me sweat. Oh, yeah, I like it. All right, I'm going to eat my meal, and then we'll clean the rest of this up and decide what we're going to do next. That was freaking awesome. If you're wondering if I ate it all, no. I had 4 spoonfuls left, and I dumped it over there. I'm supposed to be on a diet. Yeah, I accidentally dropped my spoon in the sand. Anyway, let's take a look at the pot. If you can see, there's a little burning in the center. There's a hot spot, and that's to be expected with a stove. The bottom, no scorching. It did warp a little bit, but it is titanium. Surprisingly, the handle didn't get hot like I thought it would. I'm impressed with the little pan. Will I be switching it out or switching out my Stanley Cup cook set for this? Probably not. We'll experiment with it a little bit more, but you can't go wrong with Old Faithful. She's never let me down. And I've yet to try this in an open flame. Okay. The flies have taken over. The mosquitoes have died out a little bit. Might be 6:30, 7 o'clock. I don't know. I can't see the sun. We're going to let this fire finish itself off and then pack this up and start scooting our way out of here before it gets dark. Fire is out. All right. Oh, God, I'm under attack. Yes, the mosquitoes have noticed me. Area has been cleaned up. The only way you can tell I've been here is you might notice the log I chopped up, and of course all the boot prints. We got to move. I did crop dust myself before we started hiking out, but I think they just made them freaking horny, man. As long as we move at a fairly decent pace, we can probably pass right through them. On the plus side, spider webs everywhere. You gotta love summer hiking. If you've ever bushwhacked this summer, you know what I'm talking about when I say the spider webs. I just realized something, and I'm kind of pissed off about it. I got so busy, I missed mulberry season. Yeah, I know. This is not going to be fun. We're going to stir up every freaking mosquito, black fly, and whatever else is living in this grass. Oh, oh, yep, here they come. We're going to stop and take a brief look at the river. And with all the rain we have, she hasn't really gone up or really gone down. Pretty much the same. We're not in a drought, but we really haven't had much of a flood season this year. Sure is beautiful, isn't she? That breeze. The breeze is hiding me from the mosquitoes. But back into the jungle we must go, because we just came to that mess. Now we got to hike through this. It's not too bad. Something I've noticed, I've always ended the videos at the Mountaineer and never on the trail. And I think today, well, that's a loud bird. We're going to end the video on the trail. So let's start wrapping it up and do some quick recaps. The new tarp, it's got potential. I want to try it a couple more times and see what I think. The titanium cook set, not bad. The new stove, love it. Be a perfect base camp stove. The next real official video I do for YouTube, I'm not sure. I've got some video requests in the comment section about doing a review on the patrol pack and see how it's held up over 8 years. That might be the next one. Got some cooking with Bob video ideas. As far as solo overnights, I don't see that happening. There will be a couple meetups this fall. I know Bud and Shane want to get together again and explore more of Arkansas, and I got a couple other people I'm talking to. As far as the comments, man, I'm sorry, guys. I try to get to them the best I can. I read them, I really do, or I wouldn't know about the video requests. But as far as answering them, I haven't really kept up like I should. Whew. Right in my ear. Jesus Lord. Sounded like a pterodactyl hit me. But I do read the comments. I've got probably 40 or 50 I need to answer, which I'll do over the next couple of days, plus whatever comes up from this video. With that being mentioned, comments are always welcome. And just heads up, it's going to take me a while to get to him. I think we're out of here. Almost. We got not much further to go. Oh, wow. Okay, there's some debris. I did not take this way in. Huh. Spider web. Interesting. Oh, look. Teepee poles. All right, I'm getting so sidetracked. Thanks for coming along with me on my journey. And yes, this will be on YouTube. Like always, friends, thanks for watching. Well, crap. Are you freaking kidding me? I've only had these boots a couple years, maybe. Damn it. I guess I walked too much.